Oh, hello everyone. Hashtag oldies, you know what time it is if you tune in. And if you're new, what I do on a Saturday is I channel messages with the specific shamanic spread. So I usually do most videos face to face these days, but I didn't get around to filming Saturday, Sunday like yesterday or any of the rest of the week like I usually do. So I'm just going to do it now. And my voice sounds like this because I did say I need to stay humble because I feel the hay fever-ness is kicking in a little bit. But it could still be that dog's hairs are kicking about. But yes, I'm going to hope it is that. I'm going to wash these covers because basically, yeah, if you hadn't watched the live, you'd be like, what are you on about? But long story short, there's this wee dog that I sometimes look after. My dad looks after it. And I love it. But I'm allergic to its hairs. And because I'd already had a bath, when I got in from seeing it, I just put my jammies on, went to bed. Bad idea because I'd been outside. And that's not good anyway for the pollen and everything and different types of pollen, whatever. But yeah, I've had a bath and I've washed my hair and everything, and I'm still, my nose is running. So I think it is just, yeah. So anyway, like I said, I used to get hay fever really, really bad every year, like even as soon as like April, and I'd be miserable with it. But the last few years, I haven't really had it. And it was because I was juicing. So if I am getting it, it's because I haven't been juicing. So I better start juicing again. So I'm basically telling that story because maybe some of you need to take that on board because it can be a bit miserable. We're just a bit annoying today, but yeah, that's my voice is a wee bit coarse. Right, okay. So so I don't know how long or short this will be, but the main thing I wanted to say before we get into this is if you're watching this in real time on June the 14th, 2025, which is a Saturday, there's currently a big, well, I say big, it was earlier, there's a thunderstorm here today, and I was snoozing though, I was sleeping late because I was up late, and the lightning was really loud, like thunder and lightning at one point was really loud, but it's just quite light rain just now, but that feels significant because I did pull the storm card on the last live stream, I think. So, it's like there's a literal storm where I live, and there might be where you are, but there is an energetic storm, there's a solar storm, and I've just been channeling about the storm and loads of, like, pulling the storm card from loads of different decks for the last few years now. So, and it's just the fact that it's Aquarius moon as well, it's expect unexpected. So, and I always associate Aquarius energy with the emoji of the lightning bolt. So yeah, there's a lot of unpredictable, expect unexpected energy. But the main thing that sticks out to me is the moon is conjunct Pluto, so it will be exact in a few hours. But yeah, like it pretty much is too. It's that as well now. So what that means is, well, first of all, because it's an Aquarius, it's unpredictable. So it's expect unexpected. So on the shadow side of it, just be aware of that in other people. Like people could be this can bring up sort of like unpredictable obsessive behaviour. Like it can even be dangerous in some cases. Because Pluto is like Scorpio energy, pain, death, destruction. Usually death in the metaphorical ways, guys, but you know what I mean? It's unpredictable behaviour. So what I'm basically saying is with karmic energies out there, just keep that in mind. If you've got anyone particularly nasty around you, this can bring out those ugly, nasty, unhealed shadow parts of them. Particularly if you've got controlling people around you, basically. I looked at 444, but I'm praying that all the angels are protecting you around there, because 444 always means the angels are all around. To me, anyway. And then I literally just looked at an angel light up thing in my living room when I said that, and then the word love. So I feel for anyone that may be in, I don't know, environments or situations like that, that is your angels and guides and ancestors giving you, that reassurance that you're protected. So look out for your own specific signs of that as well. But obviously, God, this is going a bit serious. Common sense wise, if you are in actual dangerous situations, you need to seek the right support. You can't just rely on the angels to protect you, kind of thing. Right, common sense, but it has to be said. This is all just entertainment, guys, but you know what I'm saying. And especially because I wouldn't go into this much detail. They'd only make me go, because I'm channeling, like they'd only make me go into this much detail if somebody needed to hear that. And I feel it is because of what I said, like because we are, wait a minute, my TV just, it's gonna unpause, so I'll just play it and then pause it again. Oh shit, oh my god, that's actually really clever. I'm actually watching Angry Birds. Angry Birds. Like, I'm actually gobsmacked. Yeah, look out for Angry Birds. So if you're not in Scotland, you might not get what I'm on about. But in Scotland, bird, like your bird, is a term that people use for like your girlfriend, or you could just be like, "Oh, I'm going out to pull birds tonight." Do you know what I mean? So, Angry Birds. Oh my god, that is. Again, I knew it because there was nothing else on, and because it's like, it's just a chilled Saturday and this thunderstorm, and that's no why I wouldn't be going out anyway. But the point is, I was recording it for my nieces, and I thought, actually, I don't know if I've ever seen that. So I found it 10 minutes in, so I caught it from the start. It's quite funny. But as we know, if you're here all the time, it's got to mean something. So that, God, I mean, yeah, well, look out for Angry Birds, whoever they might be to you, or just in general, or that's really interesting. So, but I mean, and this could extend to just angry anyone, because in the film it's a wee angry bird that's a guy, but also like he's angry because like he's misunderstood. So like, I mean, I've only got like, I'm only 20 minutes into it, but I'm sure I'll come back with the rest of the story. Do you know what I mean? When I finish watching it, but so there's something about anger here. So I would just say be aware of anger in people in general, and anger surfs in yourself. But shit, it's just really funny, isn't it? It's not funny, but it's fascinating. Angry Birds. Oh my god, look out for Angry Birds. If I could, if I could be bothered going to get that deck that's got the cards with the crazy cards that indicates energies like that, I would get it, but I can't be bothered getting up. So there is the card that would be like that in this deck though would be the curse card, because it's got like a very angry looking woman on it. So if that comes out, that's going to be creepy. But yeah, so that's the other thing. If it comes out, it'll be creepy, but it'll kind of be on point with what happens all the time, because they're saying it before I pull it out. But it can also make you super psychic. So it can sort of, you know, your clairvoyance could be sharper, or if you're just getting used to that for the first time, again, you could be having really strong visions. Dreams could be stronger. Anything to do with the mother, because the moon is, the feminine energy, the mother. So, and then also because we've got Jupiter in Cancer specifically, the mother, um, and Mercury in Cancer, people could be being very particular now because Mars is in Virgo. So Mars has been in Leo for, it feels like, forever. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not moved yet. Oh, I think it was because I was looking at something for in a few days. Like, because I wasn't looking at it in there and I just went to check. No, it's still in Leo. Well, actually, even more so. So that's, yeah, forget that, but that's, well, actually, don't forget it, because it could be in a few days when you're watching this. Um, Mars is actually at the last degrees of Leo right now. So that, again, is very passionate. Yeah, there's something about, so right now with the moon in Aquarius, which will conjunct Pluto in Aquarius at some point, but it's basically considered it now as well. And then Mars and Leo, I could see how that could be angry birds. Like that could definitely be angry exes energies, or just angry partners. If you're, this basically, that is a bit of a recipe for intense emotions, passionate emotions, because Mars is anger, Leo is passion. It's coming through for a reason. And then especially because that means, well, this is really testing my, yeah, that does mean at some point tomorrow on the Sunday, that Mars will be opposite the moon. So that, again, that's extremely unpredictable emotions. Basically, so again, I didn't mean to talk about this long, but like I said, it's going to be relevant for someone. It's just basically Aquarius anything is unpredictability, and then when you put the Pluto in the mix, it's intense. It's so basically just intense emotions in general could be surfacing. There could be a lot of intense childhood wounds and trauma surfacing, but that seems to be going on in the collective anyway. But especially anything to do with the mother, like mother healing and feminine, because of Jupiter in Cancer. And Mercury in Cancer might make you want to talk about things like that. Like just might want to make you talk about your feelings. So yeah, it can be any females, but yeah, I would just watch out. The fact that I'm watching Angry Birds. God, do you know, I'm not being funny, but I've actually just thought about some of the sessions I've done with people. The Angry Bird for some people could actually be their mum. Like even if you're not, even if your mum is in spirits, sorry if they are, but I've got lots of people that are older than me watching, or that's sadly just the case. Or if you just, yeah, whether they're in your life or not in your life, anger with the mother, Angry Birds. God, there's so much in that. Right, okay, let's now pull a card. So, the card in the south represents that which you need to let go of, that which needs to be shed as an old wound that you no longer need to define yourself by. I'm wondering, with me explaining that transit for 12 minutes, I'm wondering if the rest of this is going to fit with it. Like needing to let go of some type of angry female, even if their energy is, you're not literally around them, some type of oppression or something. Magic. Uh-oh. Right. Sometimes when I pull that card, it's a good thing. Sometimes not so good, because magic can also be black magic and spells and manipulation. And with everything, because I just mentioned manipulation, I think this is the wound, the old wound that you need to no longer need to divine yourself by, is something that has been manipulation that has been around you. So this does seem like it's leaning very much towards manipulative females around you. So it's not, it could be obvious. The big obvious one is it could be people, it could be mother energies or mother figures. Could even stretch to like, older generational, like grands and nanas and whatever else, or like a pattern of behavior that isn't helpful. Could be siblings in some cases. It could be, yeah, cousins, anything, you know what I mean? But I would say like female family, whoever's influenced you growing up. So unless it's going to spill over into people that have attracted friends like this and lovers and yeah, okay, let's see. So magic. Quickly read magic. So, like I said, that's what I was getting intuitively from it, just because of what I said before. But we'll read what it says. But I feel you're rising above it, because I just opened the book at the Eagle. Maybe someone's just healing past memories. See, this is what I mean. Past pain could be coming up, even if you're away from people like this. The symbol represents the infinite intelligence of Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe, we experience the evidence of magic through synchronicity, meaningful coincidence. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child. But there we go, the innocence of a child. So, sorry, this is quite again, sorry, not sorry, but it's what's coming through. I feel this is some sort of manipulation that's when, like, you know, it's affected somebody from like when you were an innocent child. I'm sure stuff like this came up when I was doing the last live. I haven't watched the last 3 or 4 lives back. I can't be bothered. I probably will today because I just probably will. Yeah, you're being invited to call it and recognise the dances, synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. But like I said, with this energy, it could be quite intense if you're watching this when I'm filming it, and I'll try and put it out. Actually, the thing is, that's quite clever. I bet you by the time this uploads and you see it, the moon might be exactly conjunct. Wait a minute, I might be geeky and I'm going to look. Right, so I've just roughly kind of looked, but from 6 o'clock roughly UK time, the moon will be exactly conjunct Pluto. So, but like I said, the energy can be felt now. So that's just in case. But I might not. This might even go up after. But I'm sure it'll be uploaded before then. Depends how long it is. But yeah, this is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, to watch for the signs to show you the next action to take. Right now, it appears that you're on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and act on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. But also pay attention to what I said before I pulled the cards. And also that 33 is a come to Jesus moment. So it could be like a huge revelation that's coming in for you about, I don't know, I'm kind of getting the feeling people could be getting like really not nice sort of piercing truths coming to you about people that have stopped you from believing what was possible for you. Because imagine in reverse, like, you know, it's kind of shut off your it's almost like people that have got someone around them that's like doesn't allow them to dream big, like to be happy. Like you've got the potential to be really happy, but it's like whatever energies are around you are like suppressing that. Look, flexible, like kind of making things just impossible for you, or that's what they did in the past. Here and now, keep you stuck in the past. Here and now in the reverse. Thinker, keep you stuck in your head, black magic. To be fair, and I always take that to mean, yeah, to be fair, that's the truth. Well, in this case, peace, causing deep senses of unrest and drama, and well, basically the opposite of peace, karmic energies, basically. So, like I said, it's interesting. For some people, it'll be some type of family member. I looked at 144. For some people, because I looked at 144 and I said that, for some people, it could be overthinking and stress about your twin flame. Wait a minute, for people, it's about the twin flame. Or you could be like, whether you're, again, this is, if you're new around here, it's usually most of the messages tend to be for the divine masculine, male and female, but they can make sense of the feminine too. It really depends what I'm doing at, because I always really check, most videos I check in feminine and masculine energy within you, so it's what's going on in your connection, but this one feels quite specific. So anyway, you'll know though, because it could still make sense to some feminines. Let's just ask if, because I looked at 144, tell me something for the people where it's about twin flames. Oh, I should have said that. See, because like I said, I did see that in my third eye. I thought it was going to be the soulmate penguin one or that one. So look, loyal heart, but it came out of it. For some people, this is a masculine energy that's like upset and they're stuck in their head because they feel like you feel that they're disloyal, that they're not devoted to you. And really, it's an unfinished sympathy that all the energies that resonate with this, like they fully intend on doing something about this, and I feel revealing some kind of lies, and it could just be simply the lie of somebody, yeah, lying about how they feel, however it fits. But yeah, truth be told in reverse, quite funny how the cards come out like that. And this person, I think it's like For some reason, this person feels like they can't contact you just now because message in a bottle is reversed. They feel like maybe you wouldn't want to be open to hear it because we've got mending in reverse. But there's a deep knowing, there we go, Moon conjunct Pluto, that there's no place that feels like home like you if you're the feminine. But again, this person's like, is this person even going to be open to even if I come in with like some kind of gift, or would they chuck my flowers and chocolates back and make it like I'm channeling like how this person's feeling. You know what I mean? Like this person's feeling like they threw away a blessing, but they're getting a leg up from spirit to clean it up, like clean up your side of the karma 21 to complete this unfinished symphony, and to come in and show the person that you are loyal. Now, yeah, there's a change in the wind, but like this person's not feeling like they can make that change. Some people might, to be fair, they don't feel like they can make this change. The thing is, remember, some people could mind 21 again on the timer. People might not feel like they're able to bring this to an end right now because it might be other people involved. TikTok, which is delaying the process, 30th of June could be significant. But time to go in reverse. So, yeah, maybe like somebody's stuck in a situation where they can't leave yet, but a higher power's really guiding them to. Look, poised in reverse. We can't do that yet. Community. For some reason, whatever it is, somebody's feeling like they can't leave a community yet. But it's just a karmic cycle if you stay in that community. So community is just whoever's around you, whether that is your actual community, friends, family, whatever. But yeah, look, the higher power is saying to the masculine, this makes you anxious, because that's always, usually my card about, you know what I mean? Breathe, like when someone's anxious. 29th of January could be significant. Fork in the road. And this feels real time energy because the 13th was yesterday. Someone's at a fork in the road because they're not at peace because they're thinking about a soulmate. So you see what I mean? Like they wanted me to sort of feel into, because for some people, the feminine energy that someone is distressed about, it's not like a mother figure or a family or any of what I said. They're distressed about their own feminine. But for some people, it could be fucking all of it. Like things could be coming up about everything, like everything to do with any female. Because there's that too. In some cases, like people can project their stuff about others in their life onto the female. Anyway, it's all very complicated. Right. So let's now. The card in the West represents the party it needs to die. It's the old story it needs to be let go of so you can find a new meaningful story for your life. I might hurry this up a bit or it will never upload. Or it won't for ages. The heart of the sky. So let's see. I feel that is to do with what I said about the one at home to the right page. The solar flares and the intense astrology and the actual weather for some places going crazy. You may feel responsible for everything and everyone. Perhaps you think you have to do it all alone. This takes you in a dark hole where you lose trust in the natural order of the cosmos. Shed your lofty sense of duty and recognise that this is a false prison of your own making. There's this overthinking card. You can open the door and set yourself free in an instant. Right, okay, that clearly is, for a lot of people, tying right back into what I said about. It feels like, again, remember, this could literally just make sense to one person right now, but it's never going to be one person because we see on the lives. And sorry, I haven't watched it, but I just know that because that hay fever was starting to bother me, and it's like when the moon's in Capricorn, it's like I can't fucking be arsed, and I'm really blunt, and but I just think it's funny with some of the new people, you know what I mean? People always think it's just for them, and that's great because you resonate. But it's funny because I know that lots of people that don't talk will think it's just for you too. But it's amazing, isn't it? It really is amazing that it can make sense to loads of different people. So I'm just homing in on whoever this is for, but I'm really strongly feeling this is somebody that you've had. I feel you've had quite a lot of pressure from family, like, and again, tying in with the fact I'm working watching Angry Birds, it's like it could, yeah, this literally could be somebody that has had quite a like oppressive mother, specifically, is what I'm feeling. And again, it's because I've worked with so many people that have been in that situation, whether you are male or female, so you'll know if that's you. But I'm being shown that anybody I've ever worked with that's had that, which is quite a lot of people over the years. And it's like, it feels like you might be putting yourself in this prison of your mind, and it could be down to, like I said, some of these people that you've had around you give you a hard time. What do we need to know about that? Milk and honey. When you've got the potential, if you let that go, to be happy, because milk and honey is also very holy grail union kind of energy. That card always makes me laugh. But you know what I mean? It's about happiness. Yeah, time to go. That's very clear to me. If I need to explain it, if that's not clear to other people, if you drop the burdens, it feels like the Ten of Burdens, Ten of Wands card. If you drop the burdens, it feels like other people have put on you. Now, whether this is past energy that you still have the voice in their head, even if they're not around, or whether it's somebody that's still in your life, like, because that's the thing. Think about people who had a mother like that and they're in spirit. And by the way, whenever I use the word mother, especially if it's not come up on a card, that's when the channeling's coming in really, really strong, because I would just say mum. And I've noticed I have said mum and mother at some point, but it's like, this feels like it's like the echo of somebody in your head. Whether, like I said, whether they're still present in your life or not, it's like it does feel like a heavy, oppressive, angry energy that you can let go of, like time to go, to be happy. Yeah, someone, and I feel whoever this is, you could have actually already walked away. If this person's still in your life, you're not a fork in the road, and I feel you have moved away and you're just experiencing some deep feelings. So if that's any of the people that I know that might affect, then you're in my prayers, and you can drop me an email and I'll definitely be, get back to my emails Tuesday, but if I haven't, it's yet before then, just because I can feel some people might be in this feels quite deep. But for other people, you could be going through this now. By the book, yeah, you feel like I have to do everything by the book. I've got this heavy, oppressive energy. I have to suppress my feelings. Why? But it feels like, this is somebody questioning why this is all going on. Time for a nap in reverse. You might, either it's you can't sleep or you've had enough rest and now you need to do something about this, building blocks. You need to rebirth this, regeneration. Because that's what it feels like, right? So it's like, I feel this is somebody that has done something by the book, however that means, like, what was expected of them. But now they're like, nah, it's time to go. But like I said, some of you've already left because all that glitters isn't gold, because it wasn't real. Like, so this could even, this can definitely be family that have pushed people towards things that they think is right for them, whether it's in love, work, other areas of life, stopping you from pursuing some dreams and goals. You've got aspirations, but all that glitters isn't gold, And the obvious one I always get with that is that someone went the wrong way in love, and it's like the masks are falling, and it was fake gold rather than real gold, kind of thing. Observe. Yeah, this person's observed enough somebody that's not real. Not for you. Look, not for you. And it's got nope. But interesting that it came out in reverse. I feel right now they're saying somebody's actually going through the process of realising, they're watching and realising they're about to have the epiphany over this weekend that something's not for them. But right now they could be ignoring their deep knowing, trying to ignore it, but they're noticing the never-ending karmic cycle. So they're just carrying on. This means, like, just keep doing what you do every day. Shot would carry water, but someone's getting close to not being able to ignore this. Go with this, and they want to go the distance and finish this karmic cycle out to their peace. Yeah. So again, that's really deep too. Again, I would say if this is resonating with you, it feels like people that if you resonate with me, maybe you need to book a session, because that feels like people on the verge of coming out of some sort of denial. Fuck's sake, half the deck just fell on the floor. Let's see the last 3 cards that are left, because serendipity, that's already come up. Orphaned and new life. Wow. That's mind blowing to me, because the deck fell on the floor and they were the last 3 that are left. That's like the magic card. Look, pay attention to the signs. Also, 18 secrets are coming out, or big deep revelations. And again, orphaned family stuff. Also, bear in mind, with what I'm watching on Angry Birds, right, it looks like an animation, a comedy. It did show you that it's like he actually is an orphan. Like, he does it because at one point the wee bullion birds are like, you don't have a mum or a dad or something. So it's, you know what I mean? It's like, but it's more, it feels like abandonment moods, whatever it means to you. But look, somebody's leaving behind, or you have in the past left behind something that makes you feel. This is the thing, sadly, some people can feel all alone, even with family. But it's like, so however this fits, it's like someone's leaving behind the feeling of feeling all alone for a new life. And 39 keeps coming up as significant, wherever that's going to be relevant. Right. Okay, so let's now get the other 2 cards, because my hand won't be able to hold this that long. And also, like I said, the longer I'm doing this, the longer it takes to upload. The card in the north represents the wisdom you need to acquire. It's the lessons you've learned from the south and the west. What wisdom's ready to mature within you? What great medicine are you ready to embrace? What's your deeply buried treasure that's become available to you? Wild woman. Again, whether you're a man or a woman, I feel this is to do with the repressed feelings. Like, something's wanting you to let that wild, rebellious side out rather than doing everything by the book. Like, you've been told to do it a certain way, do what you're told, kind of thing. And it's like, the part that's been buried deep inside of you is this wild, rebellious part that wants to go their own way. And it's interesting, but it's not, this has got nothing to do with wild, rebellious if you're a party animal, because this feels quite complex. But remember, I've channeled before, like, sometimes that is, like, for instance, because lots of stuff about the mothers come out, that is a thing, that there are sometimes lots of actual mums and dads that would like their child, like older adult, to stay in that kind of party, wild, never growing up mode, because then they're easier to control. Because if you grow up and you're at peace and you're making your own choices, and then you're with a supportive partner that is, but you know what I mean? It's like that's when you're being a bit wild, and you're maybe going to say no, like dare to say no to your mum and dad. And which sounds ridiculous when I'm saying it, doesn't it? When you should be an adult if you're watching this, but it's like, you know what I mean? You're allowed to have a different opinion from your mum and dad. But so yeah, it does seem to be coming through the family stuff. That's Jupiter and Cancer. And also it's 33 minutes, come to Jesus moment again. Lots of 33s. So we can't clarify that because the cards fell on the floor. But the last one is, this is what represents your destiny, the way you'll share your treasures and gifts with the world. Oh my God. That is so powerful in all ways. The fact that it's still 33 minutes on the timer, the fact that it's a 9, someone's having a come to Jesus moment in the year of the snake that's completing something. The fact that we saw 21 twice, this is completing a huge karmic cycle of oppression and being controlled by family. That ain't yours, this ain't yours today, but that's what I'm getting from this. And for some people, it could be that you've had controlling family and you've gotten a controlling relationship with someone else. But right, let's see, 9. That's crazy, because I kept saying completion so much. But again, it's not, like I said, it's not me. They're just talking through me about that. And then my hand has stopped at the blade card, which is about represent. Wait a minute, where is it? The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, as it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger and it will slash, stab and kill. That's quite extreme considering what I said at the start. But you know what I'm saying? It's like the child is the next one too, the inner child. But it's just it's really just talking about just be aware of that. You know what I mean? This is a strong piercing energy that can give you a rude awakening of what you need to do, which is to break free of the toxicity and the toxic cycles, and in some cases toxic people. Or the echo in your mind of toxic people. All it's different for different people. But just be aware that if you're still around, basically, and I keep saying toxic people, they keep making me. So if you're around toxic people and unpredictable behaviour toxic people, well, I would be getting away from them, you know what I mean? Or being mindful of what I said, because I know that's not possible for everyone, but it's unpredictable. Right. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform old into the new life card. You have finished a cycle and there's no more growth or benefit from hanging on the old, right, guys? That's nuts. That is because I've obviously I remember what I said, but didn't I just say something like it's like, you know what I mean? You've learned the karmic lessons that you can. It's time. Basically, it's time to move on because that card said time to move. It is time for somebody to move on, and it feels like if you stay where you are, like stuff will keep making you feel even more uncomfortable to move. A tower moment, basically, and because it's Aquarius moon, expect unexpected. I feel this is there's definitely towers going on, and you see, this is why because I always normally film it in advance, like not on the day. This is why they've made me do it today with the intensity of the energy. So this is not everyone's, don't make it yours, but this is intense. I feel this is some kind of intense change that is going on for somebody. I'm praying for anyone that might be in this situation. You finish the cycle and there's no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it's time to honour what has been and find a new form for the future, the new life card. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. And then we've literally just had this strawberry full moon, the harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Literally, as I just mentioned, the strawberry full moon that we've just had a couple of days ago. So, yeah, this feels like a big message. I want to just stretch over when I'll pause this. What else do people need to know? I want to see if this, half those cards are on the floor, but I want to see if the storm comes out again. Ah, integration. Forgive self and others. Reunion. Reunion again. Let go of defences. Open the door. That card to me as well always specifically means open you like opening the literal door to somebody. I feel it's about a new life, but I feel it's also like you could be opening the door to somebody. Oh, where did I put the completion card? There it is. I think. Yeah.